Hi everyone. Today I will be discussing Katherine Anne Porter's fabulous short story Theft. And I think the first thing that always impresses me, or actually impressed me the very first time I read this story, was Porter's great talent for atmosphere. This is a great New York story with a great atmosphere. You really can picture the rain, the weather, the people, the city. It's all very skillfully conveyed. And all the characters that we're introduced to, they seem to have lives. They have connections, but not the woman with the purse that we're mainly concerned with. So we're introduced to one character after another. There's Camilo, there's Roger, there's Bill. I'll just skip to Bill. The relationship she has with him is kind of interesting. He's portrayed as rather a hopeless character whose play was just thrown out by the director after the cast had been picked over twice, it says, and had gone through 3 rehearsals. He's crying in his cups, and the woman with the purse says, "It's no time to speak of it, but I've been hoping you would have by now that $50 you promised for my scene in the 3rd act, even if it doesn't play." And Bill, even though he's wasted a lot of money on things, including a $95 rug, and could have paid her, he says he won't pay her. And in spite of herself, she says, "Let it go." And in the next scene, she's reading a letter over and over again to herself with phrases in it like, "I even talk about you. Why are you so anxious to destroy?" And the implication is that she's just destroyed a relationship. And then she tears the letter up and then burns it in the coal grate. Then we come to the scene with the janitress who has stolen her purse. The woman with the purse knows she's stolen it. She decides to confront her. And once again, in spite of herself, she says, "Oh, well, then keep it. Keep it if you want it so much." And then the narrator says she remembered how she had never locked a door in her life and some principle of rejection in her that made her uncomfortable in the ownership of things. And in this moment, she felt she'd been robbed of an enormous number of valuable things, it says. Things lost or broken, books borrowed from her and not returned, patient suffering of dying friendships, and the dark, inexplicable death of love. All that she had and all that she had missed were lost together and were twice lost in this landslide of remembered losses. The janitress follows her upstairs. She says, "It must have been crazy. I did take your purse." And still, even then, after they've exchanged a few comments, the janitress says, "My niece is young and pretty." And she didn't think that the woman with the purse would mind her taking the purse because she seems to leave things lying around and doesn't seem to care about them much. And even then, the woman with the purse says, "Here, take it. I've changed my mind. I really don't want it." She's still willing to give it to her. And the last paragraph says she laid the purse on the table and sat down with a cup of chilled coffee and thought, "I was right not to be afraid of any thief but myself, who will end by leaving me nothing." And here's Porter's wonderful sense of irony at work, because she has nothing. So it reminds me of the last sentence of Pale Horse, Pale Rider. Now there would be time for everything, but there's nothing.